I've decided that when I want to do a serious blog on a Philly team, I shall do it as myself. I thought Chris Collier played great, but bad idea to test him on such a crucial night. I thought Temple's loss to Ohio was finally going to prove to fans that replacing a fantastic quarterback with another fantastic quarterback wasn't the solution we needed. Our losses have come from, bad referees aside, our team as a whole failing to stay strong until the end of the game, both on offense and defense. A win is a team effort, a loss is a team failure. But no, fans continued to show hatred for Chester Stewart, claiming that Coach Adazio owes Collier an apology. I've never dreamed that fans would become this hateful towards Chester Stewart. I go on message boards where all they're saying is that Coach Adazio's trust in Chester cost us our season and cost us our games against Penn State, Toledo, Bowling Green, and even Ohio. A game where he only played the first two series. That cost us the game. Then I read a student news article from back at the Penn State game. It's titled, Switch of QBs Dooms the Owls. The whole article is biased, blaming the loss entirely on Chester Stewart, even though many fans, including myself, said he played better than Mike Girardi in that game. This is why Temple doesn't get the respect we need, because fans never stop complaining and never stop pointing fingers at one guy, especially when the one guy did nothing wrong. Pointing fingers is exactly what makes a losing team, which is what we are at this point in the season. 2 years ago, fans were going nuts for Chester Stewart's throwing ability and his will to lead the team. He has played fantastic for his whole career as Temple's QB, but 90% of our fans refuse to see that. This is just like Adam DeMichael. Remember? He's a great quarterback. Remember all the shit he went through, all the times he screwed up, all the fans that were saying he sucks and he's got to go? He has since graduated and is now remembered as one of Temple's best quarterbacks, which he is. And I guarantee you the same thing is going to happen to Chester Stewart. Everyone hates him, but when he leaves Temple, we're going to remember him as one of Temple's better quarterbacks. Inevitably, Chris Collier will go through the same thing. He's playing great now, but he's going to screw up at some point, and everyone's going to turn their back on him. It's going to happen unless we decide to change that. If I were Coach Adazio, I would have kept Chester in against Ohio and focused on keeping our defense together. Chester would have done his job, got his payback on Ohio from 2 years ago, and we would have played strong for 4 quarters, and Collier's time would have come next year. You want stats? Well, here's a stat. Temple is undefeated against Miami of Ohio when Chester Stewart plays quarterback. Temple falls apart at the end of each season when we choose to start someone other than Chester Stewart. Are we going to use these stats to our advantage while we still have them? Or are we going to test out someone else again? Well, that's the coach's call, and they've already decided to start Collier next week against Miami of Ohio. I wish Collier the best, but I feel really bad for Chester. He was our man when we beat the Big East champion and got our payback on UConn last year. He was our man when we rallied together to win our tight game against Villanova last year and Miami of Ohio the year before. He was our man when we got our first overtime win in school history. And he was our man when we beat an ACC team for the first time in school history. It's a shame that his leadership and skill may not be seen again for his career. It's a shame that the fans are saying he destroyed our team when he really helped our team. And we just didn't help him back. With 3 games left this season, I want us to focus on one win at a time. We may or may not get a bowl game, but we have to finish strong. Go Temple Owls.